Welcome to Whippoorwill Holler. I'm Miss Lori and this is Mr. Brown. We live in the hills of Arkansas. We love the Lord. Keepers of the old way, but accept some of the new. We love to cook and we love to eat. We love to garden. It's in our blood. It's how we stay sustainable and fill our pantry. We do a lot of canning and preserving. We live a sustainable life. We love our family. We work hard. And every once in a while, we like to dance. So y'all join us. Okay, well today we're going to be doing kind of like a Sunday dinner, something you just might throw together before you go to worship or something like that, or if you need to get something really quick together because you got somebody coming over, and that happens to us sometimes. You know, I can remember a salad that my grandma would throw together. We didn't have a lot of money, so she just always went to the pantry and just gathered up a few things when she was cooking dinner or supper. And a lot of times, and I remember this being in the refrigerator all the time, that was a 3-bean salad. Now, when I say a 3-bean salad, Grandma's consisted of whole green beans, usually wax beans, which is not one of my favorites, but I did eat it because that's what she put in there. She always had at least 1 can of wax beans in the pantry with her other canned goods. And so there was regular green beans, wax beans, and the large kidney beans with a little bit of onion in it and then a vinaigrette. And that was our 3-bean salad. And she always kept that in her refrigerator. I guess she really loved it, especially in the summertime. It was just a really good, quick, easy side dish. It was cold, you know, it was like a cold salad. So it just was really good with anything that she would make. So we're going to make my version of a bean salad, because what I done is I just went to my pantry and pulled out some canned beans, and mine's going to be a 4-bean salad, but it really doesn't matter. 3-bean, 4-bean, 5-bean salad. I've even seen 7-bean salad at some potlucks. Now, the one thing that I don't keep in my pantry are wax beans, but I do have several other kinds of beans. And that's what's good about bean salad is you can make it your own. Use the kind of beans that you like and you know you would like in this salad. But what makes this bean salad is the vinaigrette. Easy to throw together. If you need something easy, good to take somewhere, this is the recipe. And also, you can make this ahead of time because this will stay in the refrigerator really good 2 or 3 days, even a week. We can eat on this for a whole week. Danny loves cold salads, and he does like bean salad. So I just pulled out things that I had in my pantry and in the refrigerator, and we're going to make us a bean salad. What I pulled out of my pantry and the beans that I like in a cold bean salad is the red kidney beans. Of course, they've been drained and washed. And another kind of bean, or what this is a white shoe peg corn. It's Del Monte. I keep several cans of this in my pantry at all times because this is my favorite corn to put in a cold bean salad. It is Del Monte's shoe peg white corn. Of course, I've got some green peas. I love green peas in my bean salad. And I've got some French cut green beans. Now, you don't have to use French cut. You can use the whole green beans, and that's always what Grandma would use. So all we got to do is just throw all our beans in the bowl. And over here, I've got about a half a cup of celery cut up because I had some celery. I had a part of a red bell pepper. So I'm going to put that in there. I had a small onion that I cut up really thin. Now, this is something I'm going to add to it. These are peppercini peppers that it's just about maybe 1/4 of a cup that I chopped up really thin. Now, this is only optional, but I love peppercinis. I think they give everything just a really good taste. But on top of that, you have to be careful though, because some of them have quite a bit of heat. The peppercinis sometimes are just a little bit hot. These are a little spicy, not too bad. So I'm only just going to put a few. So that's optional. And then we'll get with our vinaigrette here in just a minute. So all we got to do is just start dumping all of our beans in our bowl. And I always like to mix mine up in a bowl that will have a good lid to it. So we got our French cut style green beans, our choux peg corn, green peas, and our kidney beans. And you know, this always makes a really pretty dish too. Anytime I see this dish at any get together, potluck, whatever, it always goes pretty quick. I'm not real sure about young kids that they like it too much, but the adults really do. So that's already looking really pretty. So we're going to put our celery, diced up celery, and that's because that's what I had. If you don't have celery and you don't want to go buy it, if you got celery seed or something like that, and you don't have to put celery in there. Like I said, my grandma only put chopped up onions or sliced onions in hers. So we got our celery, and I've got my diced up just a few of my peppercinis, my bell pepper, my sliced onions. Now, I didn't have a red onion. I would prefer to use a red onion. This is a sweet onion. It's not a Valdelia, but it's some that they're not too bad. So there is our main ingredients. So now all we got to do is mix up our vinaigrette. And you can see that it makes a pretty good sized bowl. You just can't go wrong with this at all. Okay, and here I've got a 2/3 cup of sugar. You can use a sugar substitute if you want to. I've got a 1/2 cup of white wine vinegar. I've got a 1/2 cup of olive oil. Some people use vegetable oil in their vinaigrettes. I'm going to put some black pepper to taste. Probably about 1/2 teaspoon. I'm going to put about a teaspoon, about a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And here I've got, this is optional too, but this is celery seed that's got just a little bit of salt in it. And there's probably about a little more than 1/2 teaspoon, but you don't have to put celery salt or celery seed in it, but it does give a really good taste to it. And that's all to your vinaigrette. Now, the longer this sits in the refrigerator, the better it's going to taste. So you can make this several days ahead of time to take somewhere if you're going to be taking it, or if you're having people over. This is really delicious at a barbecue too. You just can't go wrong with it, y'all. But you want to get your vinaigrette mixed up really, really good. If you wanted to, you could put your little bit of lemon juice in here to give it just a little bit of bite. You can put you a little bit of garlic if you wanted to. So all we're going to do is pour this vinaigrette all over this bean salad and mix it up good. So if you ever remember your grandma or your mama making a bean salad, I would say she probably just went to her pantry and made a bean salad out of whatever she had. I'm going to taste it. Got a little bit left in there. So the longer it sits, the better it'll be. I love this stuff. I really do. So, that is Miss Lori's pantry bean salad. We're going to cover this up and we're going to let it sit. And we're going to start on our chicken. Dish is going to be a lemon Italian chicken. And this is the easiest thing to put together. My daughter, this was a recipe I got from my oldest daughter, Britt. I was watching the kids. It's been several years ago. And she had put this chicken in the slow cooker when she went to work. And the house smelled so good all day. Anyways, when she come in, I said, that chicken you've got in the slow cooker, because you can do this in your slow cooker. You just put it on low for 6 hours or on high for 4. But I'm going to do mine in the oven. I said, this chicken is just making me so hungry. And she said, Mom, it's the easiest thing you can put together. So I've got my oven on 350. I've got 4 chicken breasts here. Now, my chicken breasts, a couple of them are still kind of frozen, and they're pretty thick. But I've got a stick of butter that I'm going to cut up to lay the chicken on. Instead of putting the butter on top of it, we're going to put it underneath the chicken. Now, does it really matter? Probably not. But if you're doing it in a slow cooker, it does work best if you put the butter on the bottom. I love these simple, very few ingredient recipes on days that I just don't have time to do all that cooking and baking and stuff. Okay. What we're going to do is just lay our chicken breast. And you see how big mine are. They're pretty big. These are organic chicken breasts that I order from Thrive Market, which I'm a member of. And I always have my link to Thrive Market down in my information box. I've been ordering from them for years. They're organic products. Let me wash my hands real good. Now, what you add to this is I've got 1/4 cup of lemon juice. And I'm just going to pour some over each breast. Now, if you like your stuff really, really lemony, you can put a little bit more, but you really don't need it. This is a package of your zesty Italian salad dressing mix that you buy over there, like you're buying the ranch dressing mix to make salad dressing. This is the Italian. A lot of times I'll buy this, and you can get several in a box just to keep on hand for just different recipes. Now, you can use your own homemade Italian salad dressing mix if you already have some mixed up, because it will work either way. But this is really, really good. And you're just going to sprinkle it all over your chicken. Now, my chicken's probably going to take a little bit longer. If you have some smaller chicken breasts, it won't take it long. I'm going to let this cook probably 30 minutes because they're so thick. I may check it at 25. But like I said, a couple of mine are still frozen. Now, I know this seems like a lot. The one thing you don't want to do is add any salt, because if you use the package, this package has got salt in it. Now, also, this is just, she don't add this to it, but I'm going to. This is just some seasoning I have. It's rosemary and garlic. Now, if you want to, you can add just some minced garlic to this, but this is just the recipe that I know she uses, and it always turns out so good. But I'm just going to put my little bit on here by just adding a little bit of my rosemary and garlic. They had these spices on sale. I forget where I was even at. It's McCormick. No, it's Member's Mark. That's where it was. It's at Sam's Club. So this ain't the ones that were on sale. This one's from Sam's Club. I did find some that were on sale one day and bought quite a bit of it. Okay, I'm not going to put no more salt on it. So that's all I got to do. You can add a little extra pepper if you want to, but you really don't need it. This is going straight in the oven, 350, and I'm going to check it in about 25 minutes. I'm not going to cover it. Or you can put it in a slow cooker on low for 6 hours or on high for 4 hours. And you can double this recipe if you want to, but it will take 2 packs of your Italian dressing mix. Our third little easy to prepare dessert for a Sunday dinner that you need to get up early in the morning and make, or maybe the night before. You can take this on a picnic. You can take this to potluck. This is a really good one for Easter too, because it's so quick to make. And this is one of my children's and some of my grandkids. It's one of their favorite desserts. And all this is a store-bought pound cake. Now, you can make your own pound cake. I'm just trying to make things a little bit easier for you right now. And you just want to cut them, thaw them out. This one may be just still a little bit frozen. And you want to cut them in kind of thin pieces. Now, if you've got your homemade pound cake, this would be delicious too. But what you want to do is cut them up, kind of thin, kind of small. It's like this. And I'm just going to cut a few up and show you, because I'll finish cutting these up and making them, and then I'm going to put them in a container, put them in the refrigerator, and I mean, all they got to do, it's like a finger dessert. It's like finger food. They just pick it up and eat it. They don't even need a plate for it. This right here is your whipped strawberry cream cheese that comes in the little tub. What y'all keep hearing in the background every once in a while is an alarm going off. This right here is so easy. Now, I know you can make your own pound cakes. They say, people say, well, I can make it cheaper. Well, it takes a lot of butter to make a pound cake. I make pound cakes all the time. But if you're just in a pinch and need something really quick, or you just are tired, but you got to make a dessert, this is a really good one. I think I've showed y'all this before, but I want to show you because I'm making some for this weekend anyways. But you just take that, and you can do this with any flavor. They have blueberry, they have pineapple, strawberry, I don't know what all, cream cheese. And you want the whipped, you want the spreadable. And you can put it on there as thick as you want. You really don't need it that thick. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to make a little sandwich out of it, just like that. And then you can serve it in a piece this big, because they'll just pick it up and eat it. Or you can even do it just like this and cut it at a diagonal, just crossways like this, and then serve them like this. So either way, they're going to eat them and they're going to like them. This is just one of my favorites when it comes to a really easy throw together. So it's about that quick. I do like cutting mine in half, just like, for finger foods. And then I'll line them up on a platter like this or something. It's really delicious. So I'm going to get all these cut up and get them made, and we'll get them put in a container. And I hope y'all try it, because I think y'all really like it. And try some of the different flavors too. My family likes the strawberry cream cheese. Okay, our chicken is done. You can see it's got all the juices from the chicken breast and all that butter. I'm going to temp it. That's at 193. Yeah, they're all done. And they feel really tender too. What I done about halfway through is I went and took a lot of these juices and just kind of put it over the top, and then I stuck them back into the oven. Now, because my chicken breasts were so thick, and you can see they did shrink a little bit, and 2 of them were frozen a little bit through. It took about 40 minutes for my chicken to get done. But if you've got thinner chicken breast, it won't take that long. So let's just start at 25 minutes and check it and go from there. Just depends on how big your chicken is, if they're frozen. We already talked about doing it in the slow cooker, and it smells really good. This is one of my favorite baked chicken. If you're serving this with mashed potatoes, I love the juice off this chicken, just to kind of drizzle over my mashed potatoes. It's delicious. Or rice, whichever one. You can see how tender that chicken is. So you see how easy that was? Few ingredients. It's absolutely delicious and turns out tender every single time, whether if you do it in the oven or if you do it in the slow cooker. So I hope y'all try this recipe. I think y'all really like it. So there is our supper for tonight. Piece of wonderfully baked chicken, lemon, Italian chicken. It bakes up with so much flavor and it's so good. And our 4-bean salad. It's a light supper, nothing really heavy, but it's really delicious. And I hope y'all try these recipes. They're so good and so easy. So I appreciate y'all joining me just to see what I made for our Sunday afternoon meal. It was simple, it's delicious, simple ingredients, and I hope that y'all have. Today is, of course, Sunday, but this coming week is spring break. So if any of y'all are going anywhere, be careful, be safe, and if you're like me, you may be going to be around grandkids because they're on spring break, so y'all have fun and enjoy them. Give these recipes a try. Give me a thumbs up. Share the video. Y'all just have a wonderful week, and we'll see y'all in a few days. We'll see what we're doing. So God bless everybody.